Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. It is only a 2-game slate for the NBA this evening, as the finale of the regular season is tomorrow night, where a lot of the teams will be in action. And even though there is only a couple games tonight, I still think there's a lot of value between these 2 games here, and I've found a lot of it in both of the spreads tonight. So we're going to start it off with the early contest. The battle for New York one last time this season between the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets this evening. The Nets come in as a 6.5-point favorite in this one, total of 192.5. Now, even though the New York Knicks are out of the playoffs, they could still look to play spoiler against the Nets, because with a win tonight, the Nets lock in their playoff seeding at 5th in the Eastern Conference, and they will not have to play hard or even play any of their starters tomorrow night when they go into Cleveland. But the line for this one opened at 8.5 and has moved down to 6.5, which is very curious to me, because late news this morning indicates that Carmelo Anthony is looking doubtful, according to head coach Mike Woodson, which is big news for this one. Really no line movement, even though the news has come out recently, and I think we could play a lot of value into tonight's spread with laying the points at Brooklyn minus 6.5. Even though Sean Livingston still nursing a foot injury for the Brooklyn Nets, I don't think his status means a lot tonight, especially if Melo ends up missing this game. Brooklyn just has a ton of value at 6.5 points, with the motivation to lock in that 5th overall seed and be able to keep their starters in Brooklyn as the rest of the team travels to Cleveland for tomorrow night's game. So still Brooklyn, even if they are missing Livingston, they've been absolutely amazing at home. 16-1 straight up in their last 17 home games. And with no Carmelo, potentially that just makes that even more appetizing. And the Knicks, only 12-16 against the spread as a road underdog this season. And even though it's technically not really a home game or road game for the Knicks, as they are still in New York, Brooklyn has covered 2 of their last 3 home games against the New York Knicks, and they're also a league-leading 20-11 against the spread this season as a home favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with the Brooklyn Nets minus 6.5 for your first NBA pick of the day. The second one I have for you is the Denver Nuggets heading into LA tonight to play the Clippers, and the Clippers come in as a big 9-point favorite, total of 219.5. And the big news coming out of this one is that Ty Lawson looking like he's going to miss once again here for the Denver Nuggets. Not good for their chances of playing spoiler for the Clippers here, as they are almost in a similar situation as the Brooklyn Nets. With a win tonight, they lock in at least a number 3 seed and could potentially challenge for the number 2. However, that is a very far-fetched scenario tonight. But the Clippers, I think, will also look at this game as one last game to get their bearings right before the playoffs. They're going to blow out the Denver Nuggets and not have to send their starters to Portland tomorrow, which is where the Clippers are heading tomorrow night. They would like to keep that number 3 overall seed locked in place after tonight, and that's why I think the Clippers minus 9 absolutely have a good value tonight here. Without Lawson, Denver really has lost any sort of upside they had. And even though the Nuggets have covered their last 2 games against the LA Clippers, both of those games were in Denver, and regardless of who's playing for the Nuggets, that's still a very tough place to play for visiting teams this season. But this time, I think the Nuggets are probably a good fade here. They've been giving up almost 110 points per game in their last 10 contests, and it could mean that the Clippers here have an easy time of it, dominating the Denver Nuggets post players, which is one of the weaker post defenders in the entire NBA. And like I said, a little bit of extra motivation tonight to get that win, lock in that 3 seed, and not have to go to Portland tomorrow night, I think is going to be huge for this team. So add Clippers minus 9 to your NBA picks, along with Brooklyn Nets minus 6.5. Those, best of luck to you on both of those. Make sure you check me back tomorrow. I'll have a lot of NBA plays for the finale of the regular season. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.